If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Love is like a spice. It can sweeten your life, however, it can spoil it, too. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal and as though you were scared of missing it. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. You are what you think. Study without reflection is a waste of time. Reflection without study is dangerous. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Learn as though you would never be able to master it, hold it as though you would be in fear of losing it. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Those who cannot forgive others break the bridge over which they themselves must pass. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. A lack of patience in trifling matters might lead to the disruption of great project. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The journey with 1,000 miles begins with one step. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Learn avidly. Question it repeatedly. Analyze it carefully. Then put what you have learned into practice intelligently. Base yourself in loyalty and trust. Don't be a companion with those who are not your moral equal. When you make a mistake, don't hesitate to correct it. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. And remember, no matter where you go, there you are. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. The way you cut your meat reflects the way you live. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. 3 things cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. The object of the superior man is truth. What you do not wish upon yourself, extend not to others. To understand yourself is the key to wisdom. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Straightforwardness, without the rules of propriety, becomes rudeness. The true gentleman does not preach what he practices till he has practiced what he preaches. It is man that makes truth great, not truth that makes man great. Faithfulness and sincerity are the highest things. If you try to do too much, you will not achieve anything. True goodness springs from a man's own heart. All men are born good. The superior man is satisfied and composed, the mean man is always full of distress. Do not let a leader lead you on a bad path. Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. They must often change who would remain constant in happiness and wisdom. Knowing something is not as good as liking it. Liking something is not as good as rejoicing in it. Be not ashamed of mistakes and thus make them crimes. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. I slept and dreamt life is beauty, I woke and found life is duty. When wealth is centralized, the people are dispersed. When wealth is distributed, the people are brought together. To be wronged is nothing, unless you continue to remember it. To be truly happy and contented, you must let go of what it means to be happy or content. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. A youth is to be regarded with respect. How do we know that his future will not be equal to our present? I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. Have no friends not equal to yourself. The parent's age must be remembered, both for joy and anxiety. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. To love a thing means wanting it to live. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. Study the past, if you would divine the future. Can there be a love which does not make demands on its object? He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. It is not possible for one to teach others who cannot teach his own family. If you look into your own heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? If a man in the morning hear the right way, he may die in the evening without regret. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon or star. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Words are the voice of the heart. Good people strengthen themselves ceaselessly. Sincerity is that whereby self-completion is effected, and its way is that by which man must direct himself. First there must be order and harmony within your own mind. Then this order will spread to your family, then to the community, and finally to your entire kingdom. Only then can you have peace and harmony. Anyone can find the switch after the lights are on. One joy dispels 100 cares. You can successfully force people to follow a certain course, but you cannot force them to understand it. When the multitude detests a man, inquiry is necessary. When the multitude likes a man, inquiry is equally necessary. The people may be made to follow a path of action, but they may not be made to understand it. Long absence of sex turns a person into depression, anxiety, and increased stress. How transcendent is the virtue of the middle conduct! Rare for a long time has been its practice among the people. Thanks for watching.